So I may have discovered a new punk thing I can do to kind of stimulate a bit of a challenge to the mainstream. This is what I like to call being a devil's advocate. And to be entirely clear, I am not literally a devil, nor do I necessarily agree with what the devil's advocate has to say, but I'm a firm believer in open-minded conversation. And that challenging the status quo is what is required to move the conversation forward and to be open-minded and consider all perspectives to make you more intelligent. So, when the teacher is talking in class, I am the one who has the guts to raise my hand and say, what if the Iraq War was actually pretty good? And to be clear, I don't necessarily think the Iraq War was good. I just think we need to be an open-minded society and consider the possibility that maybe the issue with the Iraq War was we didn't kill enough people, or not enough people died. It doesn't matter. The point is, I don't necessarily think this. It's just to move the conversation forward, because I can tell you all are in a bubble of agreement about literally everything, and it requires someone with the guts, the devil's advocate, to say what the devil dares to say. Oh, you have a bandage. Is that from surgery? You probably have a lot of money you have to pay for that surgery, right? And that's probably a disappointment, and you probably want healthcare to be more affordable, and everyone have access to healthcare. Well, yes, that sounds like my opinion. However, just a little food for thought. The pharmaceutical companies need a financial incentive so they can invest more money into various cures and various medications that they need to innovate and create to cure the diseases of the future. And if healthcare is more affordable, they're going to have less of a financial incentive. So personally, I wish this surgery cost 10 times more so the insurance companies and the hospitals got rewarded for their hard work, thus incentivizing people to lift themselves out of poverty, and also so insurance companies can innovate new ways to insure me. Not that I necessarily believe that, it's just, how do I put this? Don't you feel like having a conversation with the devil has been really important and useful for you today? And don't you feel like as we address society's issues, having someone to come in and say, hello, maybe you need to think about a different perspective. Even if that perspective is objectively wrong, thinking about that perspective might help you blow your mind. Coming into the conversation and sprinkling a little spice is kind of, I just like to think of it as my gift to society. It's punk! Everybody has the same opinion. Oh, marijuana should be legal or decriminalized. Even freaking Joe Biden is doing that now, and I'm like, that sounds good. But to play devil's advocate, with all due respect, have you considered the possibility that legalizing marijuana? Well, let's just say I've met some people who've smoked pot before. And the thought of more people doing such after marijuana is decriminalized makes me lose sleep at night. And I'm not saying I necessarily agree with that opinion, I'm just sharing it because I'm a devil's advocate. The thing with being a devil's advocate is that I am the one, how about this? I am the one with the guts to take the hit of saying the unpopular opinion in class, and everyone in class gets mad at me because they're like, why is he talking about Iraq when we're talking about calculus? And I say, well, at least I helped open your mind a little bit. I believe that every trans person in the world deserves all the love and respect. And they deserve free healthcare, and they should have access to whatever healthcare they want or need to be happiest for free. But to play devil's advocate, what if we give trans people free healthcare and all the love and support and acceptance they need, but they're required to walk around with swords and play soccer against children. And whenever they play soccer against children, they have to cut the child's head off. Every time, by law. And this, I think, is not my actual opinion. I went there, a little spicy trans people in sports, devil's advocate moment. Go ahead and I actually encourage you to debate this in the comments. And like I said, it's not necessarily my opinion, but I think if we all debate whether trans people should have swords that they are used to play sports with, and they can use swords in soccer against children, I feel like if we have this conversation, we all are going to have a very open-minded, rational debate. So you're welcome, trans people. Even if you might disagree with me about the swords thing, I moved the conversation forward, and that is the job of the devil's advocate. And that's punk. I'm in favor of immigration. I want everyone to come and hang out with me, no matter where you are. I want everyone to come, move to New York and chill with me. I'm open-minded and happy about immigration. But to play devil's advocate, why is there a state called New Mexico? And does that have anything to do with Mexican immigration? And before you say no, it has nothing to do with it, because that's not how history or science works. I just want you to appreciate the fact that I brought that up, because you now looked on Wikipedia and have learned. Today we can officially say that the devil's advocate has brought us all a lesson, and we've all learned a lot from this conversation. And even though I asked the hard questions and brought up opinions that are different from you, and you faced cognitive dissonance as you struggled to internalize my conversation, I hope this was educational. It was. And don't lose sleep over this conversation because you can't internalize that people have different opinions than you, even though these are not my opinions. I just simply am bringing them up for the sake of intellectual debate. This is Punk Revolution Now, your favorite devil's advocate, or least favorite devil's advocate, because I bring up tough questions and you don't like to debate complicated questions. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Punk Revolution Now.